Hey Kinsley. So, I've missed the last couple weeks, so I'm gonna make this a two-parter. We're gonna talk about something near and dear to my heart, the military. So, first part, the deciding if you want to join the military, right? Because you were like, hey, make a survival guide for boot camp. It's like, I don't really want to make a survival guide before I make a do you want to survive it guide. So this video is going to be 4 parts, and I'm going to break it down for you. There's a couple things that you have to be able to deal with if you're going to join the military. You have to be able to deal with rules. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you are joining the military to get away from your parents because you don't like their rules, if you're joining the military to get away from your community because you don't like their rules, you're doing the wrong thing. The rules in the military are about 90% of daily life, or sleep schedule, or in your hair length, whether you can drive, where you can live, who you can live with. They govern. So if you're joining to get away from rules, bad idea, friend. Second, I'm going to deal with this, even though it's you're kind of beating a dead horse when you say this in a military video. You need to be able to deal with life and death. You need to be able to deal with the consequences of your actions being the death of another human being sometimes. That is something you have to look at yourself and say, am I ready to join an organization that I could die? Even if I do everything right, I could still die, right? Or, and sometimes this is worse, I can cause the death of somebody else. You have to be able to accept that. You have to look yourself in the mirror and understand. You don't need to talk to your parents about that. You don't need to talk to a recruiter about that. You need to sit down on your own, no distractions, and be like, can I actually do that? And some people can't, and that's okay. It does not make you a terrible person. It does not make you less of a man. Some people just can't. That's fine. Don't put yourself in a situation where your pride is going to get somebody killed because you can't do it and you thought you could. Bit 3, now that we've had that heavy discussion. Bit 3, you need a reason to do this. In boot camp, the people training you will make you need a reason to continue. If you don't have a good reason that you can fall back on when you are tired and hungry and exhausted and dirty, don't do it. And 4th is a little harder to discuss. You need to know who you are. You need to know who you are as a person, like your likes, your dislikes, so that when you go through the military and when you go through the training that is designed to break you down and make you into a basically new person, you don't forget who you were. This 4th bit is a little harder to tack down, but it is just as important to know who you are and who you can fall back on. You need to have somebody else in there. You can't just be military, it'll kill you. So Kinsley, that's my uplifting video about if you should join the military or not. If you've watched this and you decided that, hey, that's something I like to do, next week I'll be doing survival tips on boot camp. This is a big decision. And one way or another, you are the one that needs to make it, and no one else. This is Big Red, signing off.